Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Joke Rogers. On the program today, the Senate confirms nomination of Justice Walter Onoge as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Nigerian armed forces increase presence in more states across the country as the Navy and the Army open naval outpost and brigade in Onitsha and Yenagoa, respectively. And the Lagos State government takes its free medical intervention program to remote communities across the state. Welcome. A federal high court sitting in Abuja has dismissed 6 counts of the 11-count charges preferred against the self-acclaimed leader of the indigenous people of Biafra and 3 other accused persons. Justice Binta Nyako dismissed the counts for lack of proof of evidence. The charges dismissed include charges 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. Specifically, in count 11, she said claims by the prosecution that the defendants are researching how to make improvised explosive devices cannot hold water because there's no proof that they were doing it. She, however, retained 5 other counts bordering on treason, terrorism and possession of arms. The accused persons are being rearranged again in the remaining charges. This is the 5th time Nnamdi Kanu and his co-defendants are being rearranged.
The court struck out count 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 and 11.
6 counts.
Yeah, 6 counts out of 11 count charge. So 5 still stands now. So, and in view of by virtue of section 217 of the ACJI, the defendants were asked to take fresh plea to the counts or third charge. That has been done, and it also presupposes, by virtue of that section of the law, that the entire proceedings will start afresh. We intend to file an application almost immediately for their bail, and when that is granted, we're also going to file an application to revisit the order made on protection of witnesses. Because the order was made on the strength of the 11-count charge pending before the court. So now 6 out of it has been removed. So, and I don't think that the remaining 5 can sustain that application for protection of witnesses. So we intend to file an application to review that order. So I can't say for sure, for certainty, that the trial will commence on 21st and 22nd, but it has been adjourned. The court is also 22nd. So the court is also fully aware that we will file an application for their bail before then.
The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas, has reassured the people of Anambra State of sustainable security on the coastal lines and on other waterways of the River Niger. The assurance was given during his visit to Anambra State, where he commissioned over 5 projects at the Onitsha Naval Outpost. Governor Willie Obiano commended the efforts of the Navy in curbing the activities of arms dealers.
It's a warm reception at the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Anambra State, as the Governor, Willie Obiano, receives the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete-Ibas, on a working visit to the state. A quick chat indoors, and the duo are out again. The Naval Chief's mission in Anambra State is the commissioning of projects at the Onitsha Naval Outpost in Odekwe and Ogbaru local government areas. The state governor inspects a guard of honor. The Chief of Naval Staff says the outpost, now on its permanent site, is a success story for both the Navy and the state.
It is no gainsaying that the provision of this infrastructure would facilitate greater operational effectiveness of the fledgling units.
After laying the foundation for the officers' mess, they head for the commissioning of the administrative block, among others.
And of the Holy Spirit.
The governor commends the Navy for its part in Operation Wachapo in the state.
The Navy has been a very strong partner of the Anambra State government in many ways. When we started Operation Wachapo, then the commander was Mohammed. you know, they helped us immensely in arresting people that were trafficking in arms across this river Niger. And they protected the Niger Bridge from any invasion and threatened attacks up till now.
Going forward, the people of the state are hopeful that this cooperation between the state government and the Nigerian Navy will further firm up security within their communities.
Well, in a bid to strengthen the security framework in the Niger Delta, the Bayelsa State Governor, Sirika Dixon, has given hectares of land to the Nigerian Army. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, commended the governor for his commitment to peace and order in Bayelsa State. He also formally announced the first ever Army Brigade in the state, which he says is strategic due to its coastal environment. Well, the Cross River State government is making a passionate appeal to the federal government to integrate Cross River State into the amnesty program. Governor Ayade believes it's the government's responsibility to provide alternative means to citizens as an option to criminality. Governor Ayade says it's necessary to engage the militants around the creeks to be productive through the amnesty program.
Anthropologically, it's responsibility of government, which is a bigger partner in the security structure, to ensure that we provide an alternative in the first instance. It is refusing to accept that alternative that the full arm of wrath of the law will catch up with them. I therefore plead that there should be haste in ensuring that Cross River State is integrated into the amnesty program. It is critical for us because I am sure that it is when people are pushed to extreme that criminality becomes an alternative livelihood. Therefore, if government provides a platform where most of these people will have an alternative, I am sure they will turn away from criminality. It is therefore a passionate appeal by the people of Cross River State that the amnesty program had not in actual fact captured Cross River State. Sadly, the security report is very clear. If you study it very well, a lot of the criminality that has occurred in Cross River State is not orchestrated by Cross Riverians, but people who have migrated from areas where they have superior military power and have moved into Bakassi and have made it unbearable. Therefore, an amnesty program that will warehouse all of these people will help us create even a safer environment for us to work. I would also add that Cross River State has started a construction and fabrication academy. This academy will have a maritime unit.
The Senate has confirmed the nomination of Justice Walter Onoge as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. The confirmation came after the Senate screened him for nearly an hour 15 minutes. During the screening process, federal lawmakers questioned Justice Onoge on issues of the independence of the judiciary, judicial reforms, corruption in the judiciary, as well as disobedience of court orders. Justice Onoge maintained that the independence of the judiciary would continue under his watch. He, however, warned that Nigeria would be in serious trouble at the moment the judiciary is politicized. Officials of the Peace Corps of Nigeria are alleging that the raid on its headquarters by men of the Nigeria Police Forces left 3 people in critical condition. The public relations officer of the Corps, Millicent Omaru, says the National Commandant and 47 other officers of the Corps were arrested some minutes to midnight without a warrant and without providing any reason for their action. Efforts to get the police authorities to confirm the arrest were not successful, as the FCT Police Public Relations Officer referred our crew to their force headquarters, where a meeting was being held as at the time of this report. The headquarters of the Peace Corps of Nigeria was commissioned on Tuesday by the Minister of Youth and Sports. When news across Nigeria returns, the Lagos State government takes its free medical intervention program to remote communities across the state. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.